This is Morten from English TV, reporting from Label Expo in Guadalajara in Mexico. And I have the fantastic opportunity to talk to Leopoldo from Durst.
Thank you.
Good to see you, sir.
Good. Nice to see you. Thank you for the opportunity.
I would say, as usual, Durst has a really beautiful stand, right?
Yeah, we take real consideration regarding the construction and what we want to show to the people.
But
yeah,
also very brand consistent, right?
Yes, the black and white is always present.
Yeah. And the reason I mention this is just because sometimes when you walk around and I'm saying that with all respect, but sometimes when you walk around where you have, let's say, some Chinese suppliers and some suppliers that may not be so focused on consistency, Durst is very consistent, right?
Yes, Durst is really consistent regarding the elegance and what we want to transmit to the customers actually and to the market. Yeah.
You're responsible for, let's say, the commercial success of Durst in Latin America.
That's it.
That's a huge market, right?
That's a huge responsibility that has been already for 14 years. I'm with Durst in the family. I'm the sales director for all Latin America and all the segments actually. Regardless the subsidiaries that we have in Colombia and Chile and Brazil.
So when you say subsidiaries, that basically mean that it's businesses that is owned by Durst, and then basically you oversee that the operations are going as expected, right?
That's it, exactly. We are basically a branch office directly from headquarters.
If I look at the Latin American market, and I don't know so much about it, but one thing I know is that there's a lot of, let's say, changes in the world from Europe, from North America, from the relationships to China all over the place. So to me, it seems that Latin America is one of the emerging markets that can potentially have a very, very big growth.
Yes, totally.
I mean,
we have these, as an emerging market, as you are saying, we have this big opportunity to grow and be a big portion of the total sales of the group actually. And if you put on top of that we are covering all the segments, then obviously the snowball is coming even harder.
Yeah, because I mean, you said to me before that the really big businesses, of course, the large format things, and you released the new P5 series just a few months ago, basically, where we were covering it in Brixen. But of course, when you're at Label Expo, you're showing the RC machines here. So what is the potential of this? Because I mean, you see a lot of technology that you would think is similar to this, but you're still better, or how is it?
We still have these overhead over the other brands actually. Tao is one of the biggest players in inkjet and developing their own technology and manufacturing their own technology. That's what the made in Durst inside our factory is one of the main players, main key roles in the sales pitch actually. The technology, the speed, the consistency, the reliability of the machine actually is one of the key components talking with the customers.
So is this more about moving from, let's say, flexo and offset to purely digital? Is that more like that digital transformation that is the obstacle, or?
Yeah, totally in that segment. I mean, it's more talking about high-end productivity, replacing an old flexo or an old offset press and going into the inkjet with this new kind of high productivity. I mean, you can do a lot of prints in one day, the flexibility of digital, but with the high productivity of an analog press.
And every time I see the machine, it seems to be very well performing, and it seems also very easy to operate. And I guess that's also part of the, let's say, the KPIs when you go to market, right?
Totally. I mean, all the software, not only the environment around the machine, I mean, is all owned and developed by Durst also.
Yeah.
So the interface is always operator friendly and is really easy to use.
But that also means that if you can't sell software and you can't sell RCs or TAOs, you can at least sell some large format, right?
Totally.
I mean,
totally.
Your range is just great, right?
Yes, totally. I mean, the ecosystem and the whole family of products is the same print software, the same software running all the presses and running all the print shop. So it's quite easy.
The machine that we see here behind us is sold to Vale. What kind of company is Vale?
Vale is a company that focus on industrial labels, high-end products in the industrial side, and they are installed in the north part of Mexico in Monterrey, and we are really happy that these guys are choosing as our preferred brand to start growing in the digital business.
And how important is it to get a company like, I don't know these, but I think what I hear you saying is that it's a reference customer. So is this something where, you know, other will say, oh, they bought Duos, so we may look into it as well?
Yes, actually, what is really important for us is that the customer really have these ramp up with success. We are really close to the customer and to the market. And they are choosing a niche, specific niche, that is going to be the high end on the industrial side of the label business. So it's definitely a reference for us.
Fantastic. Last question. I was just thinking here, we are here at Label Expo, right? What is your expectations for the show?
Well, obviously to welcome all the customers from Mexico and Central and part of South America and show the strengths of the technology and welcome the customers, actually. It's going to be our main objective.
And they can buy from you, right?
And they can buy for us, totally.
That's great.
Thank you, Morten.